Hello everybody and welcome to Let's Play Diablo 2 Episode 2. Last time we went forth on our quest in Sanctuary and cleared out the Den of Evil for the rogues. We found out that some sort of evil has corrupted their monastery home, and we're trying to help them out. In this episode, we're going to be trying to look for Bloodraven in the burial grounds and go from there. So let's get to it. So first things first, we're just going to head out here into... I forgot I did not go into the Cold Plains yet, which is the next zone. So we're just going to run out here into the Bloodmoor again. And move to find the Cold Plains, which is the next zone. I'm going to try and kill some dudes here, so we can get some skeletons raised up. Should have, I think... 3 skeletons at a time right now? Yes. Alright. Skeletons are doing a great job for us. So I think if we just follow the road here, in fact we already found the exit here last time. So we're going to be able to just run past these guys and we'll get right to the Cold Plains. We don't need to level up anymore in the meantime, so. Alright, here we are. Guarding the entrance to Cold Plains is Flabby.
Beware. Beyond lies mortal danger for the likes of you.
This is just a warning that for players who are new to the game, they wouldn't know that they're entering a new zone. So here we are. You saw at the beginning of the episode that I went to a waypoint. I thought we had already come here and picked up our waypoint. We did not, but now we have this waypoint. We can travel back and forth between the Rogan Caravan and the Cold Plains. That's all that does. They can let you travel between any waypoint you have, I should say. So later on we'll pick up more and we can travel between both. Here we have some new enemies, Dark Hunters. These are the corrupted rogues from the monastery. And for the most part we can just follow the road here and we'll find what we're looking for. Oh, looky here. Didn't even know this guy was a elite champion mob. Hopefully we get some great loot, and we have gained a level. Alright, let's see what he dropped. He dropped a buckler for us. We can use that. I don't really need these potions right now, so I'm just not going to pick them up. Well, let's go ahead and use some of our scrolls to identify this buckler and equip it. Give us some extra defense. And a ring. Sweet. Let's go ahead and see what this ring does. Fire resist. Yeah, we're probably just gonna go ahead and sell this once we go back to town. And I suppose we can level up. Here, I'm gonna go ahead and put stats into vitality again. That's mainly what's important to us right now, and I'm gonna continue pumping up my raised skeleton skill. Alrighty. Most of what we got going on here is just going to be running around killing things in this episode. We might get a couple quests done in this episode. I'll try and get some of the story in for people who are new to the game, since I know there are a few of you. There's a cave here. We can go explore the cave. It's just a little side zone. I think I'm gonna opt not to do that. Probably going to avoid most of these in my Let's Play. Though if we need to grind out a level or something, I will certainly go ahead and do that. So we're just running through most of these creatures here. Really just want to find the burial grounds and move on with the quest. As long as we're not too far behind in levels, we should be fine to play through on normal. We can stop to kill large amounts of enemies like this. Mostly our skeletons will do the job for us. Let's see, is there anything going in this house? No, just a bunch of enemies. One time be the burial grounds. Now this is going to be the stony field. That's what we'll be coming next. It does mean I went the wrong way down the path up here. So we're just going to turn around and head that way. I have these stamina potions. I should probably use them. Really, what we're looking for in this playthrough is to show off the main storyline, as well as a build that I think is a fun build, but I maybe like these sort of things different than other people do. Nothing like commanding a nice old army of skeletons. Alright, so we've reached the burial grounds. Now we just have to kill Bloodraven. Here we can see we're in a cemetery, so we're just going to head right on in here to the center here, where she has some zombies ready to meet us. And she's there in the back. We're going to go ahead and take care of these little plebeian zombies here. And then we can swarm her with our skeletons. Alright, let's pick up this key. We didn't mean to pick up the hand axe, but now we have it. Alright, and we should make quick work of Bloodraven here. Quick, easy quest early on. Now, I should make note that if you're playing a sort of speed run of this game, a lot of these quests, well, especially these first two we've done here, are actually optional quests. There's no need to do them to complete the story, as are most of the quests in this game, actually. I'll try and point out the quests that are required to complete the game, in order to actually make it through. Though there's, I think, only a few in each act, and we'll be playing through all 5 acts. Alright, so we have this cool little animation here. It's super great for the day. And we have now finished our quest. Let's go ahead and identify this capo. We can't quite use it yet, but it will be nice once we get to use it. Obviously better than just our non-magical cap.
Rest well.
And let's check out this buckler. Alright. Also can't use that one yet. So let's check out our quest log. It just wants us to return to Kasia for a reward. Before we do that, I'm going to go ahead and do something just for an ease of time. Since we've already walked down to the stony field, what I'm just going to do, I'm going to walk there and find the waypoint and use that to return to town. Meanwhile, our thorns on our armor, we'll just pick off these little dudes. And we're almost down here. So one of the real things I like about this game is how open it is and random. Obviously, for the Let's Play, I sort of have some of the random options turned off, in that normally the game randomizes the maps each time you reload the game and turn it off and on again. In this case, though, I turned that off. It makes the Let's Play a little more smooth. We don't have to look for things all the time. It just sort of helps expedite what we're doing. Okay, so hopefully we can maybe hit level 6 off these guys. These champion Moon Clan dudes. They're kind of actually whipping my butt a little here, but we almost got one of them down. And the second one falls much quicker than the first. Alright, we got a javelin. We won't be using that. We do want these rejuvenation potions, and we do want some more healing potions since we used ours. Now, I mentioned that the maps are random. That is not... It's true to an extent. Most of the maps are fairly predictable. as I've learned from watching a few videos on the game. And while I think the game still holds up well, I don't have most of the maps memorized to an extent where I can figure out where the waypoint is just on the way the map looks. It is something you can do when you play through the game. I don't know exactly how, but... Oh no! They broke our boots. Rude. I can't find the shaman. Where's he at? Over here. Out of sight. Alright, I think it's here. I'll just pick up some more. I do see over here something on the map. Alright, so these will be important later. But I do believe the waypoint is around this area, and we're going to need to clear this zone out anyway. Yes, a small charm. Perfect. Let's go and see what that does. Now let's do our attack later. And it looks like here we're just leveled up, so here I'm going to pump some stats into strength, get that leveled up a little. And now we have another skeleton to raise. Perfect. Are we level 6 yet? No, we're actually in level 5. I thought we were level 5 already. So we are actually a little behind the curve. Could spend some time grinding, but I think as long as we're doing okay right now, I'm not going to worry about doing that. Explains why some of these enemies have been so tough. Can't click on this, jeez. Alright, so here we have a special mob. This is another one that shows up on every playthrough all the time around these zones. Recognition. Has this lightning enchantment here, makes him dangerous. But we took him out. I'm going to go ahead and do some inventory management here. I want healing potions in here. We want to save these rejuvenation potions for now. So I'm just going to fill up these, grab this. And from what I've watched, I think the waypoint should be around here somewhere. We're going to drink from this well to get our stamina and health back up. Looks like we have a dead end over here. And just going to continue looking for this waypoint to go ahead and take it back to town. I could just town portal back, but I'm going to have to come here anyway and get this waypoint, so I might as well just expedite the process and look for it now. Ah, here we found another optional quest in the game. You don't have to find this tome in order to get it, but it does reveal the quest to you.
To pass that the Countess, who once bathed in the rejuvenating...
It looks like because we got hit by an enemy, it stopped the voiceover. I could always read. So she was buried alive, and her castle, in which so many cruel deeds took place, fell rapidly into ruin, rising over the buried dungeons in that god-forsaken wilderness. A solitary tower, like some monument to evil, is all that remains. The Countess's fortune was believed to be divided among the clergy, although some say that more remains unfound, still buried alongside the rotting skulls that bear mute witness to the inhumanity of the human creature. So this is just saying there was a countess with a tower, and people believe that she's buried with her riches there. It just opens up a quest down here, the Forgotten Tower, which we'll get to eventually. I will be trying to do every quest in the game as we play through. There's no real reason not to. Just do a full let's play of it. If we're playing through quickly, I'll probably need to do most of them to keep up with levels anyway. Since I'm not going to stop and kill every creature all the time. Alrighty. Hopefully we can find this waypoint soon. Here is an underground passage. I do believe... Aha! And here's the waypoint. So, we're just going to go ahead and take this right back to the encampment.
Hello.
And talk to Kasia for a reward.
I can hardly believe that you've defeated Bloodraven. Though she was once my closest friend, I pray that her tortured spirit remains banished forever. You have earned my respect, stranger, and the allegiance of the rogues. I have placed several of my best warriors at your disposal.
Alright, so what she's talking about here is, you see we now have this archer lady here with us, Ellie. We can now hire guards from her that either have a cold arrow or a fire arrow. Honestly, it's not too important right now for us, so I'm just going to, I don't know what Ellie has, but we're just going to keep her. While we're in town, though, we are going to make a stop down to Akara, who has a quest for us. Let's identify some of our things first, so we can just sell them while we're here. Alright, perfect. Anything of use? No, it doesn't look like it. So, let's go ahead and see what Akara has to say to us. Maybe
It is
something
clear
important.
that we are facing an evil difficult to comprehend, let alone combat. There is only one Haradrim sage, schooled in the most arcane history and lore, who could advise us. His name is Deckard Cain. You must go to Tristram and find him, my friend. I pray that he still lives.
Alright, so here she's asking us to go find the legendary Haradrim mage, Deckard Cain, which we will be doing in just a minute here. Just going to sell this stuff, stash some things in our cash. We don't really need that money. We're going to hold on to these with us for now, since I do want to equip them as soon as I hit level 6. Here we have completed this quest. Now we have to go through that underground passage we found, enter the Darkwood, and search for the Tree of Inifus, and recover its scroll. Alright. Store our gold up. Oh wait. This is the things we don't want to stash. What a goob I am. We're also going to hold on to this key in case we find any lock chests. They don't really hold much value, but, you know, it takes up only one inventory slot. So
Good evening.
let's repair our gear, mostly to get it off the screen, and head back to the stony field. Alright, obviously we found this passage already, and there's an experience shrine in here. I want to check for that. Let's go ahead and head on through. I do not want to click on this mana recharge shrine because the experience shrine is quite helpful for our leveling purposes. We're going to be fighting most of the enemies we encounter in this cave, since I need some levels right now. I'd preferably be a little higher level right now if I had a choice in it, but really, I don't need the XP all that much. It's also been a long time since I played through this game. I honestly don't know what level I should be at certain points anymore. It very well could be that I'm way ahead of the curve, but I find that unlikely. Another thing you'll notice a lot while I play through this game, I don't pick up most things. It's just not worth my time. I'm sure I could pick them up and sell them. You notice I probably will very rarely through this playthrough actually fill up my inventory. But it's just not worth my time to pick them up. They're not worth much. And if they're not usable, then I don't really want to spend my time with the clicks, especially on the videos where it is far more interesting to watch me combat these villains rather than sell things to a vendor. Though, you know, you never know. Maybe that's the part of the game you like. So, we have a new enemy here, the Misshapen. They're demons that shoot these little lightning breaths at us. There's even a little weed one in here. We're low on mana. We might bump up our mana soon, since we are starting to run out of it. Resurrector and kill the Shaman. Even though one of the strong points of the Necromancer is honestly these reanimating enemies are much weaker against us because we can just use the corpses that they would reanimate in order to make our zombies. Or skeletons, rather. We want to actually make sure Ellie... Oh, too late. Looks like Ellie's dead. We'll get her back at some point. We can pay gold to resurrect her. She doesn't have much equipment right now, so not a surprise that she died. It might appear that we are a little under leveled here. I might be showing one of the uses of the Town Portal Scroll here in a bit if I cannot take these guys down. This fire enchanted guy is quite strong, it seems. I also can't seem to click on him. We're gonna level up real quick while we're down here. Yeah, it seems like this guy's just like one-shotting our skeletons, which kind of sucks. Alright, and we just got a new ability, the Clay Golem. That should actually help us out quite a bit. I forget how to assign hotkeys. There we go. So we're just going to go ahead and have our hotkeys set here for our things. You can set hotkeys in this game. You just go ahead and hit the key you want to use when you are over top of whatever skill you want to assign it to. I'm not going to worry about going back to town to get Ellie yet. I'm just not too worried about her. We're just going to continue on, grab the stamina potion, that'll help out eventually. Let's equip our equipment. I don't need that cap. We'll hang on to the shield to sell. And then that bow will go to Ellie once we go back to town. Ooh, and we have a charm here. How wonderful. Let's equip this while I'm in my inventory. We need to buy more identification scrolls when we get back. Well, I probably won't. You'll understand why in maybe a little bit. So the nice thing about this clay golem, he's a little tankier than our skeletons. So now that we have this beefy guy that we don't need a corpse to summon, we have a little more leg room as it comes when fighting creatures. He can take the heat while the skeletons do their damage. Soon here I'm also going to be branching off into a separate tab of my tree. I'm going to pick up the one curse that we'll be using the entire game. And that'll come next level. Still, I'd really like to find a better wand than this, but the fact that it bumps our raised skeleton right now is better than almost any other weapon we can pick up, since that is the main thing that we care about. Hopefully we're done finding, I say hopefully, I honestly do want to find more champion monsters to fight. They're just better for XP, it's more fun to fight them. Let's go ahead and see what these gloves do, since ours aren't that great right now. I mean, they're slightly better. I'll go ahead and equip them. The stats right now don't matter all that much. What does matter, though, is the extra defense. Even that, only barely. Alright, let's see. Green Charm. We get some extra mana. Hooray! Charm! Mana! Unbelievable! There you evidently saw all the things that I have up there. Alright, we have a room full of monsters right here. I'm gonna try and get into the back and kill all the shaman. And then our skeletons can clean up the rest. Another stamina potion. I love that once we start running around. Oh, and another one. How lucky. I thought there was a shaman back here. Turns out there's not. Keep doing that. I'm gonna press less buttons at the same time. I'm gonna pick this armor for Ellie as well. I guess we can't. You know what? I guess now is our time to use the town portal. We're gonna go ahead, show you how we get back our archer here. We can just resurrect her for a cheap 120 gold. It's not too bad. And I'm gonna open her inventory if it lets us. Give her this sweet 3-socket bow. And then I have this ring. It's not anything that I want. I'm just gonna sell it. She can't use anything we've got here, so
Good day.
we're just gonna go ahead and sell this stuff. We're out of identification scrolls for now, but that's a-okay. Not too concerned. I'm actually just gonna go ahead and say I don't care about these rings. I'm gonna buy a mana potion over here though. And stop by my stash real quick. Store my gold and walk right back through our portal. Alright. Now, I want for Ellie this leather armor. So sockets in this game, I don't think I've talked about them yet. You can put gems and runes in them, which give the normally basic armor special properties once you do that. It's actually a fairly big part of the game, especially with the runes. Here we have a skull cap for her. This tricked me. This one is, in fact, not a socketed skull cap. It is ethereal, which means it cannot be
I'll put
repaired.
that to good use.
Still gonna give it to her since she's got nothing else on right now. Typically, the ethereal things, the ethereal items, are more powerful versions of items, though they cannot be repaired. So, there is upside and downside to them. It just means that you know, you're only going to get to use it temporarily. Unless you, I don't know if there is actually a way to repair them in the game. I don't think there is. So I think I'm running out of patience here for this cave. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut to the point where I find the exit to the next area. So, I'll see you in just a moment. Alright, welcome back. I found the exit to the Darkwood, which is what we were looking for. So we're going to go up there and we're going to look for the Tree of Inifus to recover the scroll. Also, while we're there, we're going to try and find the waypoint. Might as well get it while we're in here. Alright, let's move on. Nothing really happened while I was looking for the cave. Fought some monsters, gained a little XP, no items picked up. We're at the stamina shrine. I'm going to mostly be running on this zone. This zone is one of those annoying zones to go through. I always have trouble finding the waypoint in this zone. But hopefully we won't take too long to find it. Along a little road here. A little farm. Okay. Yeah, here's a little bit where the difficulty starts to spike up in the game, you could say. New types of enemies start to appear. We've got, if you notice, that purple sort of cool fiend is an upgraded version of the ones we saw earlier. We also have these Vile Lancers and stuff like that. We're starting to get upgraded versions of enemies we've already fought. Here we found the tree, which is going to have this special mob that always appears here, accompanied by his fellow brutes. We have Treehead Woodfist. He's an extra strong, extra fast brute. We should be able to handle him though. You see right now he's smacking on our golem and not doing much to him. And they re-leveled up. And make quick work out of these guys. Let's go ahead and pick this up, and then we'll worry about leveling up. We need some more healing potions on our belt. Let's grab those. Ah, we have a preserved head. These are a necromancer item. They usually are pretty decent. In this case, it actually adds an offensive spell to our arsenal, and also some poison damage to our attacks. So we're probably going to slap this on. What does this give us? Better block rate. That's pretty much it. Yeah, we'll start using this. It's a little more of an offensive item. So I can set this to F3 and start using this. If that's the case, I'm going to go ahead and actually bump up my energy a little bit. Let's get this meanwhile. Here we have our scroll, which we are supposed to just take to Akara. So we're going to find our waypoint in a second here. Here, I'm just going to continue putting points into raise. Actually, you know, I wanted to get amplified damage here. What this does for us, increases the non-magic damage that enemies receive when we curse them. So we'll bump that up to 1. That's where it's going to stay for a while, and we'll put that on F4. That's how we'll start most big fights. Is with that. You know, can I? Yes, I can. Yes. So if I want, I can put this on F3 over here. I'll put this on F3, and I'll just keep this on manually, and then F4 over there. All right, we're all set up. Didn't mean to pick those up, but now we have them. And all we have to do is, oh, perfect, found the waypoint. Easy peasy. Let's just take this back to the rogue encampment, and we're right here to talk to Akara.
Ah, very good. I have translated the runes on this scroll. You must find the cairn stones and touch them in the order that I have written.
Alright, so the cairn stones she's talking about were in the stony fields. Yeah, stones in the stony fields. Makes sense, right? We're just going to touch them in the order that she's written on this scroll here. In this case, just like a pentagram, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to draw a star. Alright, so we have all these unidentified things right now.
Hello.
We're going to hold on to them for a little bit, and then we'll identify them in a second. You'll understand why once that happens. But let's travel back to the stony field and run back up to these cairn stones. All the way up here. Alright, so as we saw on the scroll, I'll bring it back up again. We need to do the O looking sign, which is this one, and then this little tier one, and then 3, 4, 5. Alright, so let's go ahead and do that. And this is going to go ahead and tell us to find and rescue Deckard Cain inside of Tristram. Let's go ahead and get on in there. So Tristram is the town from the first game.
Are ghosts and ashes.
As you can see, it's in a little bit of disrepair. Let's curse these enemies. You see they fall much quicker now to our skeletons once I curse them. We have a ton of gold here on the ground we can pick up. And I don't need any of these potions. Go ahead and kill this shaman. We're running a bit low on mana. Go ahead and pop one of these and pick up another one. There we have a special. Well, we have two special ones here. Here's Griswold. He always shows up here. He's the blacksmith from Diablo. So a little bit of a callback. We're just gonna make sure to take our time and kill him. While our skeletons do this, I'm actually, well, you know, I'll wait to rescue him so we can see the dialogue. Griswold is sort of a tanky dude. Takes a while to kill. He also can dish out a decent bit of damage. But obviously is no problem for us to take down. Alright, so he dropped a ring for us. And we have this guy down here. Sintung. And this is just a random spawn. Dropped some more potions and armor for us. We don't need these rejuvenation potions. Well, not on our bar at least. We do want them. We'll be storing them up for later in the game. Alright, let's pick up this mana potion and let's go over here and talk to Deckard Cain, who is trapped in this cage.
Deckard Cain, if you value your life, leave
He's just
here
going to take this town
immediately.
portal back to the rogue encampment. We're not going to be quite done here yet in Tristram, though. There's a few things I want to show off. If we come down here into this corner. Tristram is actually a great zone for grinding up some early experience. But if we come down into this corner, there's Wirt's body. He is featured in the first Diablo. He has a ton of gold on him, first off. He also has Wirt's leg, which is a special item in the game. He is a little child with a peg leg, and this is his peg leg. We're going to keep it in our stash for now, and I'll get to what it does later in the game. Probably after we finish the main quest. Ah, look, a scimitar dropped.
I'm overburdened.
Let's go ahead and move things around so we can pick it up. I think it takes up, yeah, one slot. We'll be identifying that in just a second. Is this preserved head going to be better? That's the question. Should be able to move things around so that I can store it here. Inventory management, always the most fun part of the game. This one is in fact better for us. It's adding the same poison damage, but actually helps out our skeletons. So we'll go ahead and do that. Bye-bye to teeth. Your time in our build was short-lived. We no longer need this on F3, but there was no way to clear it. So we're just going to clear it by setting this to F3. Perfect. And we're going to pick up this ring. And I'm just going to use the town portal back to the rogue encampment. So now it wants us to visit both Cain and Akara. We're going to talk to Cain second. First, we're going to talk to Akara over here.
Good evening. You have risked your life to rescue Cain. For that we thank you. We must seek his counsel immediately.
Alright, so Akara just wants us to go over here and talk to Cain now, which we will do. She also, as a reward, gave us this ring. One of these rings. I'm not actually sure which one she gave us. We have to identify it. It might actually just be this already identified one. It's not that great. Let's talk to Cain, though.
As a token of my gratitude, I will identify items for you at no charge. Regrettably, I could do nothing to prevent the disaster which devastated Tristram. It would appear that our greatest fears have come to pass. Diablo, the Lord of Terror, has once again been set loose upon the world. As you know, some time ago Diablo was slain beneath Tristram, and when our hero emerged triumphant from the labyrinth beneath town, we held a grand celebration that lasted several days. Yet, as the weeks passed, our hero became increasingly aloof. He kept his distance from the rest of the townsfolk and seemed to lapse into a dark, brooding depression. I thought that perhaps his ordeal had been so disturbing that he simply could not put it out of his mind. The hero seemed more tormented every passing day. I remember he awoke many times, screaming in the night, always something about the East. One day he simply left, and shortly thereafter Tristram was attacked by legions of foul demons. Many were slain, and the demons left me to die in that cursed cage. I believe now that Tristram's hero was that dark wanderer who passed this way before the monastery fell. I fear even worse, my friend. I fear that Diablo has taken possession of the hero who sought to slay him. If true, Diablo will become more powerful than ever before. You must stop him, or all will be lost.
All right. So there's a big point in the story there. Cain tells us that the hero from the first Diablo, who slew Diablo, is now possessed by him and is the Dark Wanderer that has been going through the land and bringing demons with him. So we have to stop him, and it appears he's traveling east, so we want to get Warv here to let us go with him, which means we need to open up the Rogue Monastery again. This is also why I didn't buy identification scrolls right away. Cain will now identify items for us for free, so we're going to go ahead and do that. We now should have every item in our inventory identified, which just is convenient. I am still going to keep some identification scrolls on me. We'll go ahead and keep 10 on us. That way, when we're out in the field, if we don't feel like coming back to Cain, we can just identify something right away. Usually the more important items. Alright, so let's take a look at what we have in our inventory now that it's all identified. Obviously, we know this head. These rings are probably better used as gold. This druid head thing is going to be sold. Stagger's worthless. This scimitar, I don't think is better than our wand yet. We do want this sash. It's just better than what we have. We're fine losing 1 defense for some mana. And of course this axe is also not better. So we'll go ahead and sell everything here. What is the sell button? Control. Okay. There you go. We're going to hold on to Wurt's leg. We're going to obviously hold on to our stamina potions. We're going to store everything else in the stash. Alright, got that in there. Let's store these bad boys. Get our gold deposited. Alright, so you can see we finished this quest. Now we don't have much else to go on. We have this Forgotten Tower and 2 other quests. Let's go repair our items. And oh, Charcy wants to talk to us.
When I fled the monastery, I left behind the Herodric Mallet, my enchanted smithing hammer. If you can retrieve it for me, I'll use its magic to strengthen your equipment.
Alright, so Charcy here is offering if we go and get her mallet from the monastery, which honestly we already plan on going to, she will use it to make our equipment better. So let's repair. Our quest log is now updated for that. And next time on Let's Play Diablo 2, we will continue our adventure and move on towards the monastery. I'll see you guys next time. As always, thank you. I would appreciate it if you liked and subscribed to my videos. Feedback is always appreciated in the comments section. Everyone have a nice day. Bye-bye.